considering leaving the country. Well, this is according to the latest report by talent search firm Jack Hammer. To discuss this more, we are joined by Tracy Dawson from Jack Hammer. Very good evening to you. Thank you very much for your time. Essentially, year-on-year execs polled indicated that they would leave South Africa for greener pastures over the past 3 years. This seems to have spiked to this year. We're seeing that overwhelming 86% of some of those that are detailed in the poll. What are some of the reasons for this?
Thank you for having me, Shante. There are certainly a multitude of reasons. We can't take a piece of data like this out of context. What's concerning is the dramatic uptick in the numbers of professionals polled who said that they would actively consider a role elsewhere. We've seen an increasing trend towards global mobility. There are opportunities abroad. South African professionals have always had a good reputation. Increasingly, opportunities on the continent are becoming available, not just in traditional first world markets, but elsewhere in Africa. There are opportunities for professionals to take their families to more economic stability, to opportunities which provide for better education for their children. And it has to be said that the level of economic uncertainty within South Africa at the moment certainly has professionals considering a much broader range of career options than they might have considered in the past.
In terms of the dynamics, this year the research focused on the management, and the makeup here, alarmingly, is from SA's top 40 listed companies.
It is. We poll across South Africa's top 40 listed companies, and then to broaden our pool of senior executives, we also look at a broad 40, another 40 substantial firms with local and global presence. And our target market, if you will, in terms of the candidates polled, are senior executives and CEOs. The spike that we've seen in candidates prepared to consider opportunities elsewhere is particularly noticeable when you consider that the same question 2 years ago received a response of less than 50% of executives willing to consider opportunities elsewhere.
Yeah, in terms of those opportunities, apart from the social reasons that we're seeing, let's also look at it from an inside point of view. With the research also alluding to the lack of transformation, that some employees are feeling, specifically with 49%, according to the report, being black executives wanting to leave for greener pastures, for not having, that opportunity to grow in the companies that they're currently in.
Certainly, for individual growth to happen, there needs to be business growth, expansion. You need to see some stretch in the top line. Opportunities for growth are not just in a direct line. You can't wait for those ahead of you to step out of roles. The company needs to be growing to provide those sorts of opportunities, as does the economy.
Now, what can organizations do if you have the best of the best, apart from financial rewards? I suppose it would also include issues of an employee feeling valued, an employee feeling that they have a future in the company.
Yes. There's something about linking work to something purposeful. And so we see many professionals who want to make an impact on the economy at a national level, who want to feel that they're having a substantial impact on job creation, on improved opportunities across the spectrum. And those are opportunities that may be reducing within South Africa. We're also seeing increasingly a globally mobile workforce. There's no doubt that the world is a much smaller place today than it was even 2 years ago. It's possible within a business environment in South Africa to form close links with your office peers across the globe. And that means that opportunities are also more likely to become available to you and to come to your attention. Our local businesses are placing a massive emphasis on talent retention and development. I think for professionals, it's also really important to be able to have clear conversations with your own leaders about your aspirations, your ambitions, and where you'd like to stretch and develop yourself. Because sometimes those opportunities are not about a straightforward promotion or more money. They're about the sense that your business is interested in your own development.
Thank you very much for your time this evening. That was Tracy Dawson, partner at Jack Hammer, giving us some more details around the report that was released that from the 40 top listed companies in South Africa, 90% or close to 90% of employees would actually consider leaving South Africa to look for greener paths.